haven't been pumping out a lot of videos. I've been busy, and quite honestly, I haven't been buying a whole lot of tools. I've been doing some research, been watching other channels and all that stuff. Today, I got an awesome phone call from Ontario, Canada. Believe it or not, Dennis McDonald, shout out to you. Thanks for calling. I received a phone call and it was an unknown number. I just happened to answer it, and they had questions about my Mr. Heater, my Mr. Heater Max to be exact. It's been a while since I've touched on this subject with the heater and all that stuff, so I always promised I'd do an update, and I kind of forgot about it. So now that it's cold here in South Dakota, I'm going to do an update with the heater here. I'm going to grab my camera and just kind of give you an overview of how I hooked it up, and wiring, thermostat, all that stuff. My garage is still a mess. I'm working on it. We're working on some revamps here, but yeah, I'm going to go through that tonight. This is for you, Dennis, from Ontario, Canada. Love the fact that you actually just called me. My number is on my page. I welcome phone calls. If I don't answer, leave me a voicemail or just comment, and make sure you like and subscribe as well and pass along to your friends. So without further ado, let's check out this Mr. Heater. So I apologize if the video is shaky. Hopefully my camera will take care of most of that. This is the Mr. Heater Max. I actually, if you watch my previous videos, I installed this last winter, towards the end of winter, so I didn't get the gas hooked up until probably early spring. Just a walk around here. This is how I did it. Here's my thing with venting this. This goes straight up through the roof. I'm not going to go outside and show you the outside of my garage and the roof, but this goes directly up through. This chimney kit is actually bought separate, and I can't remember what I paid for it. It was not that much, I don't think, but that was at Menards in Sioux Falls. And if you can see the gas line, I bought that separate. And then a buddy of mine who happens to be a plumber, I bought the black pipe from him. I'll show you, not show you the black pipe, but I'll show you where it runs here shortly. But I paid him a few bucks earlier this spring, and he hooked this all up for me. I purchased all this. There's a termination, is what I call the gas termination. What I did was, I was fortunate enough to have my gas, there was an opening on, not quite a manifold, it was a T-fitting down my basement, my utility room. So that goes up into the ceiling of my garage. Come over, and you can see where I cut a hole there. I got to tape that and patch that up. But I went down my wall, and if you look right there, that's where I ran the pipe in. That was black flex pipe. I suggest running either regular black gas pipe or the flex pipe. You can run into issues with this type of flex pipe regarding grounding and all that stuff. You got to make sure you do it properly. This is all grounded and it's done properly. If you look at my vent, I just got a bunch of that ductwork tape, and I taped the crap out because I don't want any carbon monoxide getting in here. So next thing we'll show you is the thermostat and what I did with that. Here's my thermostat in my garage. This is actually a Honeywell that I purchased. I did originally buy the Mr. Heater thermostat, but that's what I consider an analog. I wanted digital because I think the mercury or whatever fluids in there, I just, honestly, I don't trust it. So I got a simple Honeywell. Here's the on off. As you can see, it's on. Set at 50. It's 50 degrees in here right now. But I'm going to bump that up so I can show you it running and all that stuff. But I ran, like, this is, I believe, a 5-wire thermostat wire, just in case, because if I ever want to run it off of Wi-Fi with a smart home or whatever, I have that option. But I'm only using 2 wires on this. It's simple, it's on and off, and then up and down. So let's take a look at that heater again. So So here we are. I just turned on the heater. I bumped it up. I'll bump it down when I'm done with this video. I wanted to have it, show you guys it running. It's quiet. I mean, you can hardly hear it. And obviously this is not field-o-vision, but it is actually blowing out some nice warm air. It's not super hot. It just does enough to keep up. Somebody had asked me regarding how much gas I go through. I don't know. What I do know is my neighbor has this exact heater in his garage next door, and he doesn't really see a difference in his gas bill. And gas is cheap, so I prefer going with gas over electric because especially here in South Dakota or whatever, electric tends to be a little high, and it's a lot cheaper to go with gas. So there it is. I'll try to get a shot of the thermostat wire. I don't know if you can see that, but it goes down into where the power comes in. And like I said, it's 2 wires, but this is able to hook up to 4 or 5 wires if you want to run it on your smart home or whatever, which is pretty cool. And all I did is I created another outlet there, tied it into my panel, which is right there. So it was a short run, it wasn't a big deal. So that is constant power, and that circuit is only dedicated towards this because I didn't want to run into any other issues. But super simple to hook up, basic electrical, everything's labeled. That's what I really like, and most heaters will be labeled. They'll tell you what wire goes where, and like I said, I'm not an electrician. If you look up there, you can see a blinking light. That's a status light. That just tells you, and on the back of this heater up top, it actually, if something's wrong with it, it will flash a different code. So you can actually easily see a flashing light. I'm trying to see if I can get a shot of that. But there's a flashing light up there, so if anything goes wrong, it flashes a code. But yeah, that's blowing nice warm air. It's nice and quiet. It's a nice, just a nice air. It's a furnace. So some of you had asked me also, I think in the comments, regarding some other things like my insulation and all that stuff, and I'll go back to just looking into the camera and talk to you about that. So that's just an overview of my Mr. Heater Max, Big Max. I wanted to just reiterate some comments I think that I had seen. It's been a while, but I reviewed them today. Regarding how much gas I use or whatever. Like I said in the video, I really don't know yet. This winter will tell, but my garage ceiling is partially insulated. My goal is either this winter or sometime early in the spring to have blown-in insulation. What I have is like dense foam insulation that I got free. So it's half the garage. The rest of the half the garage is not insulated. My windows are not insulated. They're just cheap garage windows. So the test, I think, will really be when it gets like below 0 here in South Dakota. I think that'll be a huge test. And then I'm going to watch my bill, my gas bill, and see if there's a huge difference or not. I'm not foreseeing that there's gonna be, but only time will tell. So, but yeah, based on how much gas you're gonna use, it also depends on how well you're insulated too. My neighbor's garage he keeps his at, I believe, 40 degrees all winter long. Has no issues, but he has that dense foam. We just put that in his garage here a couple years ago, and it's solid. It does a lot for sound and all that stuff too. But yeah, he doesn't notice a difference in his gas bill really. So, but it's still a work in progress here. I'm trying to get this whole thing insulated and all that stuff. Got a ton of projects behind me. But yeah, I'll probably do another video, hopefully not by next winter, probably another one. But I hope to do some other tool videos as well, kind of getting back to it here a little bit. I know I promised like the Ryobi trimmer. We now have snow on the ground in South Dakota, so we're gonna have to wait till next year on that one. But if you'd like to see a review on something, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Like I said, if you've watched prior videos, I'm huge on Harbor Freight. I actually just kind of redid this today using all my Harbor Freight Hercules, circular saw, sawzall, super solid line. Look back at my videos for that. And I'm a huge Ryobi fan for the just at home. I think it's a really good product. So don't be surprised if you don't see, or if you see some extra Ryobi videos or some Harbor Freight kind of product. I'm really kind of waiting, honestly, for Harbor Freight to come out with expanding their Bauer line, the Hercules line, which is coming probably the beginning of the year. So besides that, all I've been doing is watching other tool reviews and watching everybody, trying to do some research and try to get some knowledge on what I want to do next. So again, thank you, Dennis, for reaching out, calling me today. That means a lot, all the way from Canada. I love that. So if you put your address down in the comment section, Dennis, I will try to get you like a GBR tool sticker or something like that. I'll send you something special up to Canada. So with that, that's all I had for tonight. Just wanted to review this Mr. Heater Max. Until next time, GBR.